Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to another build video. So before we get started on the tour today, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed, liked, commented on my videos. I just went over 1,000 subscribers recently as of my last video, and I just wanted to say how much it really means to me that you all have liked my content enough to even subscribe and comment, all that kind of stuff. And so again, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I really hope you like this build too. So for this build, I put up a poll in my channel, and the majority of you voted on the Monorail Elevator as the kind of winning pre-existing location that you wanted me to build at. So that's what this camp is. So before we get started inside, let's kind of take a look around the outside, and I'll show you everything that I did around the outside. So typically when I've seen other builders build here, they build the entrance on the other side of this monorail elevator. So I wanted to do something a little different, and so I built on this side. That's not to say that the other side is bad or anything, but it's just something I wanted to do. I tried to fill it out as much as I could, but I did kind of run out of budget. And so you'll probably be seeing a couple areas around here that aren't, I guess, as well decorated as you're probably used to seeing. But I'll kind of address those, and I'll point out things that I did along the way, so you can get an idea of, like, if you wanted to build here too, like what you need to do. All right, so over here in this kind of little nook area, I put a fusion generator and this little kind of defensive stand. Basically, the idea is that each kind of monorail pillar would have their own backup power, and so theoretically that would kind of be a fusion generator. I don't typically use them, like I said, but it kind of made sense in this build, and I'm really not using half of it anyway, so but yeah, I just thought it was kind of something neat to use, because I never do. One thing to keep in mind too, so I'm using a lot of conduits to kind of spread power around the camp. The conduits will actually snap through a lot of these pillars and the walls and stuff, whereas most things won't. So keep that in mind if you wanted to kind of run power along your camp. That's kind of a really easy way to do it. One thing to also kind of keep in mind too is up here, you can't get past this, the top of this lip here. It won't let you go past it. You basically can't get under there, so just kind of keep that in mind as well as you're building. Yeah, and we have this little raider chick here. She's keeping watch and dressing that stag as well. Cool. All right. Then around the back here, I put a shipping container, and all I really did with shipping container was obviously I built stuff up around it, so made it look as junky as I could. That included the pre-existing fence here, because you can't bulldoze that. But what I did to make it kind of sink down into the ground, I just put it on a rug. You can kind of see that gray rug right there. I just put it on a rug and merged the rug down a little bit so that I could sink it in the ground a little easier. And putting up a bramble to kind of hide the rug helps quite a bit. If you don't have brambles, next time they come into the item shop, I would definitely recommend getting them. I don't think they're too expensive. And I think they're part of a bundle, if I remember correctly. But yeah. So up here, you can get up here, and this leads up to the bedroom and the bar upstairs. So all you need to do is walk up. Well, there's a door open already, but I have a little defensive structure here looking out. Got my raider punk over there. He doesn't want to come and hang out at his station for some reason. I don't know why. He does sometimes he doesn't. But this is my little workbench area. Nothing too fancy here. I did move some things around since I filmed the intro, but like I moved my scrap box up here and the punch card machine. But other than that, it's kind of a little workstation for my raider punk. You can kind of keep track of everything that's going on around the wasteland. He can turn on the siren to alert everyone if there's anything kind of coming down the hill. Sometimes, it looks like there's liberators up there now, but sometimes there can be death claws and things like that up there, so it always helps to have some kind of warning. And yeah, then I floated this defensive thing here so that it looked a little different, so it wasn't just sitting on the shipping container. And yeah, whoa. And then for this roof, I just added some fence posts. I just added one on top of the other and then kind of merged them down just a little bit to make them a little shorter. But I love how it looks. I think I used this in a couple camps ago. And you should be able to kind of merge them into the roof if you fire trap the roof. So that shouldn't be too big of an issue. It like kind of let me do it, but they were a little finicky, but you should be able to do that, no problem. So yeah, and then if you do have marsupial mutation, you can jump up here pretty easily, but if you don't, then you can get up into the main living area around the other side. So cool. I did also have some stuff over here. I had like a little roof kind of covering this guy and some workbenches and things over here too, but I kind of needed the budget elsewhere, so I decided to kind of scrap that idea and use it elsewhere. And then I just have a porch foundation here with my ammo box and the worm farm. Just something small, nothing too crazy, because I do need those in my camp. All right. And then the stuff in here is, you can't bulldoze it. I think you can build on top of it maybe, like if you have your foundations high enough, but I just decided not to bother with it at all. Most of my budget spent in the interior. So just kind of building in here just didn't make sense. So I wanted to kind of build over here. And so over here, I do have a small kind of cooking station, kitchen area. A little bit of food, the sink and the grill for some food. Nothing too crazy here. Like I said, it's not as decorated as I probably would have liked, but it gets the job done, And then my vendor area here, I just kind of filled this up with stash boxes, and I pulled the vendor up so that it was in the front. I was going to fill this up with more stuff, but like I said, I just kind of ran out of budget, and so this was kind of a good solution to that, was just pulling it up to the front and just making it kind of like a focus point right here so people can get in and get what they need. Cool. Oh, and this truck too. This truck I also used a rug, so I put it on a rug and then merged the rug down. You can't see the rug, it's kind of under the ground. Actually, you can a little bit right there, but it is basically hidden, so I used that to kind of sink it into the ground, so it made a little more sense that it was kind of parked here kind of permanently. And I just kind of jazzed it up with some junk walls and supported it with some of the staircase beams and all that kind of stuff. Those are roofs that I did put up there, and it's pretty easy to do if you just kind of make sure you have your foundations right, and then break the use a wall to place the roofs, and then break the attachment to the wall, and then you should be able to detach or store the wall and then merge the roof back. It's a pretty handy trick. And then for these, I'm using the scaffolding stairs to kind of get up. They made the most sense. I know there are ways to kind of free float regular stairs, but these ones are just kind of built in. You can free float them anywhere. And I didn't want to bother with all that with the other stairs. And this kind of made more sense to do. Well, they look a lot more junky and scrappy, which is kind of nice. And all I did here was, to make it kind of look like some of the other locations in Fallout where you'd have like plywood planks and things like that. All I did was I merged this is a coffee table. I merged it into a rug, and then I just used the rug and I sat it on the lip of this Nuka-Cola truck here, and then just kind of lined it up with the stairway. And it was pretty easy once you get the hang of it. And then I just kind of also reinforced it with that beam as well. So all in all, it looks really supported and pretty functional, which is kind of what I'm aiming for, kind of a realistic way to get in that isn't just like two or three stairs just stacked on top of each other, or just linked together, I should say. All right, so up here, this little area, I have a shower and some lockers. People can come grab a shower when they're out, getting home after visiting the wasteland and that kind of thing. Again, I did the same thing up here using one of those wooden tables, reinforce it with the stair columns, and they just placed easily into the locker stash boxes, so there was no worry there. So I just wanted something there that was kind of felt like they were also supporting the beams as well, and the those did a good job. So all right, another scaffolding stair here as well, gets you up there. I did try to use the scaffolding stairs to get in. These walls are very finicky. Not a lot of stuff will kind of sink into them, and so like keep that in mind. I had a really hard time kind of positioning, especially with this Nuka-Cola thing sticking out. It was hard to kind of get it centered, and so I just ended up doing the same thing with this kind of wooden table here. But yeah, then I just have a little chair you can sit out and look at, keep an eye out on Watoga down there, and some stash boxes over here just to house and hide my generator that I have over there that kind of powers the stuff over on this side. So yeah, so we'll head inside. So like I said, well, actually, I don't think I said it. The kind of theme for this is a raider build, because the two NPCs around here are raiders, so kind of makes sense to have this be a semi-raider build. So I'm featuring kind of like a raiderish sort of power armor here that you can come and work on. There's a little tool chest there to work on it. I didn't plug in this display just because I eventually got those new neon lights, which I absolutely adore. You'll see them a couple times throughout the camp. The yellow ones especially give off a really nice low glow, and they're kind of easy to hide behind things. So if you haven't used them yet, or if you haven't picked them up yet in the scoreboard, definitely do, and use them, because I think they're freaking awesome. So give them a shot. Okay, the entrance is a little lightly decorated. I got my chemistry station here. I love using that one because it's just so scrappy looking, but yeah, it's a fun little entrance. And then over here, I got a living room with my Nuka-Cola machine. I just got this, oh god, what's it called? It's a little planter thing, globe planter. I just merged that into the pit barrel, and it worked pretty well. Couch here to sit and watch TV if you want. Nothing too crazy. Oh, and you might notice I tried to theme it a little bit with, Cappy and Bottle, so whoever lives here is kind of like a Cappy and Bottle and Nuka-Cola stand. So there's a little bit of Nuka-Cola stuff, but it's not overpowering. It's not like, they're freaking crazy about it, but yeah. So this patio table here, it's really easy if you wanted to merge stuff down into the patio table. Take any rug or mat that's kind of small enough to fit on the patio table and put anything you want on it, and then just set it on top and merge it down. And it's way easier. Like what I used to do was just set the stuff on top and like hope that it was all even. But this is way easier. Dude, you okay? My dog is coughing a little bit. But yeah, so put everything on a rug and merge it down, and it should be good, because once you get it right to the bottom, it's all even, and it looks great. Cool, like I said, Bottle and Cappy. And I put these arcade machines in here, not for any particular reason, other than just to kind of fill up the space a little bit, but actually I think they work really well here. And I really dig how they look, to be honest with you. And they just fit really well. And not much else to say. You'll also notice I did put up all of this fencing along here, which I kind of closed off the space a little bit. Those fences, these chain link fences, will actually clip through these beams. It's one of the few things that actually will clip through. I think some of the other fences won't. I think it just depends. You have to like play around with different fences to kind of get an idea, but they did for me, so I stuck with those. So, and you can set things on those lips as well, so because I had the fences there, it was not a lot of space, but you know, I did set some stuff up there so you can see. But like I said, I didn't have a ton of decoration left, so it's not like crazy decorated. Alright, yeah, and I'm using this new kind of cartography sort of table, which is really cool. You're mapping out all the places you've looked for capping bottle stuff, you know. Okay, this is a little collection area / reading nook / chill space. Just kind of put some furniture in here and stuff here to kind of fill up the area. I think it turned out pretty good. I didn't really merge a lot of stuff down into that, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. I wanted to put some stuff up there to kind of make it stick out a little bit. All right, and then in the bedroom. So I've seen a couple other YouTubers do this. I think first I saw No Respawns do it, and basically what he does is he uses stash boxes to kind of make a makeshift bed. And with these new stash boxes we got from the Blue Ridge Caravan kind of content, it just makes a perfect little kind of bed. And so that's what I did. So you just put two of them together and set the mattress on top, and job's a good one, as some of you might say. But what I also did was I added in this part. I think it's called like the park sign or something. It's got that little roof on top of it, corrugated roof. And because it has lights on it, I thought it kind of would fit well in here, and it does. It kind of works fairly well. And I played around with a couple different ideas of like what to put, because it's like that. You know, the wood itself is blank, and so I just put a flag across it. But you can put any number of kind of wall decor across it if you want. But I thought it actually worked really well in here. Kind of gave it a different look, different vibe. So, yeah. Lightly decorated, y'all. I love doing this, merging a little fire piece into this fireplace. Just kind of makes sense. It just works, you know, it just works. And then this is just a tiny little patio out here. Just come and play the banjo, have a smoke, and keep an eye out over the valley. See what's going on up there. And then, you know, jump down and do your thing, like wherever you gotta do. Yeah. All right. Okay, now, I did, yeah. I just got some of the stuff from Grom. Grom's got some new inventory, so I finally got some stuff, and got I think that's the orange suitcase. So it's great to have something other than white for a change, which that's all we've had for like 2 years now. Or all I've had for 2 years. Some of you have been playing a lot longer than I have, so yeah. All right, and then so this top part here, I wanted to do something. I had come up with a couple different ideas, like either like a second bedroom or whatever, but I decided on a bar, and I love how this entrance looks. I gotta be honest with you, I just love it. And yeah, so up here I love how I decorated this, if I'm honest. I really dig the whole decoration here, and I'm liking all this new stuff that we've got this season, the posters, all the decor that we've got. It fits in really well with some builds that I like doing, so I'm going to be using a lot more of it. And yeah, like I said, these lights are fantastic for just kind of giving a nice little ambiance to spaces. Like I'm using one up there as well. There's another one hidden behind this bookcase. There's a red one underneath there to kind of give it a little bit of light down there, and kind of bring out the red in the boar meat and stuff like that. So, because this side is a little bit more red. So, yeah, one other thing I did here too. I don't see a lot of people do this, but I used I think that's a Wavy Willards letter set. That's the comma, obviously. So I'm just using it for a little kind of table, and you can set stuff on it, which is great. And I played around with a couple different letters, but this one just made the most sense to me. It kind of fit in with the rest of the decor in the space. But I really dig it. I like how it looks. I have a Raider bartender here. It's doing their thing. I merged this torch down into the keg, which kind of made sense. And I merged the, the bookcase down into the barrel as well, to kind of make it look flush and make it look like it's all kind of one unit as well. Cool. And then, yeah, out here, just another kind of chill hangout area. Sit and watch out there, grab a drink, chill, have a good time. Pick on the settlers that come by. All right, well, yeah, that's the build. Really hope you like it, and obviously get some ideas for your next build. And like I said, I just want to thank all of you who have subscribed, who have been watching my content, and commenting and providing feedback. It means so much to me. You have no idea. Like, I got into building kind of as a creative outlet, and it's kind of become something important to me, and I just wanted you to know how much I really appreciate everyone, all of you. So thank you again. Like I said, I hope you get some ideas for your next build, and if you have any questions about how I did anything in this build, please let me know down in the comments. I'd be happy to elaborate or provide any further details. But yeah, I really hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one.